welcome this motion from Lazy Game Bros. And I've just been realising I've been saying my little slogan wrong. At the end of the last, around about 5, in the last series I did, and the start of this one. It's keep safe, stay cool, be awesome. But here we are again.
Goddess, damn him to the shadow eternal!
What?
Kian. Kian has escaped the keep.
Leave us. Now! What are you saying? That's impossible. He's supposed to die.
He's gone. Fled from the roof with the help of a rebel infiltrator and a bloody riot.
The roof? But how?
Portal. Dark magic.
That's impossible.
I must interrogate the men who let him escape. They will rue this day for the rest of their short and miserable lives. And that bone-headed warden, he will pay for this with his life.
I don't understand. Friar's Keep is warded against thaumaturgy.
Inside, yes, which is why they fled to the roof.
Do you have any idea where he is?
With the rebels, I'm sure. Wherever they...
Look at those eyebrows, nearly a
I
monobrow.
will leave no stone unturned to find them.
In their hands, Alvane is a poisonous dagger.
You think I'm not aware? You think I don't know how dangerous he is? I know that traitor better than anyone. But I will find him. Him and his cohorts. Under the sight of the goddess, this I swear.
Before the first arrives.
It won't reach her ears.
You make sure of that. If she learns their precious apostle is still alive, she will want him alive so that she can speak to him. And if she learns the truth...
We won't give her the opportunity.
Good. Because if she ever does, you and I will be paying with our lives. What in the light are you waiting for? You won't catch him in here, Commander. Go! Take care of this.
Oh. Right. Caught well.
Goddess, watch over us.
They've done really good on the characters. Like that guy that just saved us. He was awesome. Missing his right arm, left leg. And the sacrifice he gave to make sure that we would be able to survive was a truly honourable task that only he, if he trusted in what was to become, would partake in.
It's our 3-month anniversary today.
That's mad. I feel like I've been coming here for years.
How are you?
What do you think?
You have more energy, you appear more content with your life now than you did 3 months ago. But...
Look at the style!
Can tell how
It's
you...
awesome.
I can't do that for you.
I know, and I wish I could tell, but I'm not sure anymore.
Pardon me.
You remember nothing of what happened before the coma. You're not sure you want to remember. I think you do. Do you agree with that, Zoe?
And potentially lose everything I've built here. I guess it's a risk I'll have to take. I know there's something I need to remember, something I'm supposed to be doing. So, and
I can't find
potentially
peace.
lose everything I've built here. I'm not sure that's a risk I want to take. And
So so you can't just.
potentially lose everything I've built here.
So I'm gonna go for yes.
I feel there's something I need to remember.
Just because I want.
Very important.
If I was in her
Something I
position,
need to do. But
I'd
it's
want to
uncertain
remember.
what will happen to my life. I'm not, and
There we go.
I do. I can't stand feeling there's something I need to remember. Something's nagging at me. Something important.
Well,
I have no idea. So I have to find out.
I understand, okay. Let's see if we can do an exercise. Jog your memory. What is the last thing you do remember?
Dropping out of uni, moving back in with Dad. Feeling listless, powerless. I'd lost faith in myself, in everyone around me.
look at the rain.
I'd broken up with Reza.
And then something did happen.
Be careful what you wish for, right? Razor vanishing. Me going after him, trying to track him down. I ended up in Newport. I have memories of sneaking into a house filled with drug addicts. I remember being in a safe place and connecting to a dream machine, but that's where it ends.
And before that? Before leaving Casablanca?
Dad was going away. I was throwing a party. Then Reza asked me to pick up a package. That's what set it all in motion. That and the static.
Do you remember what that turned out to be?
After I woke up, they filled in the blanks. Apparently it was some sort of glitch or virus. Rogue code infecting the worldwide wire. Someone at Waticorp was using the dream machine to read people's minds. Someone I'd met.
Kavanagh.
Damien Kavanagh. That's right. The man behind it all. The perpetrator of the conspiracy. He'd put some sort of worm into the code, turning the dream machine into a mind-controlling tool affecting millions. At least that's what they say.
He recorded a confession before he... He didn't want to rot away in a jail for the rest of his life, but at least he came clean. Absolved his employer of any wrongdoing.
Convenient.
In what way?
Oh, forget it. Like I said, I don't remember him. I don't remember any of it. All I know is they poisoned my mind. Inserted false memories. Nothing I saw or experienced was real. The little girl on the screens, the other...
The other world.
Arcadia. Another colourful figment of their imagination. A synthetic dream.
And you still remember nothing of going to Japan? Breaking into Waticorp?
Nope. I exposed a global conspiracy and all they gave me was a lousy coma. Aside from you, Reza, and my dad, no one even knows I was involved. Reza kept me out of his exposé, thank God. And even he doesn't know what really happened during the week I was gone. Maybe my friend Olivia knew something, but she... passed away.
You feel responsible.
I went off playing teen detective and people got hurt.
You're worried something else happened to you.
I can't do anything about it, so I should just not think about it. But if I do start to remember, will I like what I find? I mean, it's a week of my life. Gone. Vanished.
Have you used a dream machine yet? It's becoming a disease, an addiction. I'm concerned about what these lucid, perfect dreams are doing to us. And you were connected to a prototype. There's no way to predict how that may have affected you. Have you spoken with Gabrielle yet?
No, I'm not ready to discuss my dad. We don't talk. He rented out the house, moved to Mumbai. We're estranged.
That's perfectly fine. What do you want to talk about?
Is the new series of Eurotrash a valid topic?
Why not? Our time is almost up.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm working today.
How's that going?
Really good. I enjoy it. A lot.
I'm glad to hear that. You weren't so sure a month ago.
I'm learning a lot. Neural programming, artificial intelligence. I'm not sure I want to keep working in a shop for the rest of my life, but it helps me feel closer to Liv. Olivia, you know? Honoring her memory. Not in a self-sacrificing way. I want to do this. I like working with Mira and Wit. For now. And with the voluntary campaign work, I feel I contribute in other ways, too.
You're keeping yourself busy and motivated. You've come a long way since we first met.
Thank you, Dr. Zelenka.
Roman, please. Same time next week?
Definitely.
Certainly.
Thanks, Doc. Roman.
Look at her socks.
Take care, Zoe.
Press back to bring up journal. Right, so I'm dyslexic, guys. Most of you will probably know that, but for anyone new, We'll go to Tuesday the April the 4th. Alive, awake. Amnesiac? Doctor told me to keep a journal, said it might help me deal with not remembering. Because this might be temporary, but it also might be permanent. A whole year lost. So, journal. Dictating, voice to text. Expect some rambling. How to begin? Hello, diary. Hello, dear reader of my diary. No. I'm the only one who could be reading. I made sure of this. All the encryptions. And I'm certain I'll never read this because it's awkward. No matter. This is about the process of recording my thoughts, my days, my life. The days of my life. This is about remembering. Oh, that goes good. So, key points? Been awake for a few days now. Still in bed, most of the time, but drugs and implants and robotic appendages are helping me make a rapid recovery. A rapid physical recovery. Getting used to food. Food is lovely! But they bring me the food and I eat the food. All the food. I eat all day. Weight gain will not be a problem. Dad wants me to come and join him in Mumbai. There's nothing for me in Casablanca. An empty apartment, painful memories. I can't stay here. But live with Dad? After all these things? All these... as of my memories, not a whole lot of those. Not since before the whole ordeal. But Dad filled in a few of the gaps when I woke up. Raza vanished. I went searching for him. I discovered that what he called dream capturing project / conspiracy, the story Raza was chasing. I also found out that my mother was involved, except I didn't know she was my mother. Also, I didn't know my mother was alive. Also, she put me in a coma. So the summary. Went off after investigating a journalist's ex-boyfriend on a silly rescue mission. Discovered the corporate plot to control people's dreams. Found out my father has been lying to me all my life and my mother isn't dead. In short, I fooled a global conspiracy, and in return my mummy's dearest injected me with an experimental drug. It's a solid story. I could possibly sell it for $1 billion. But hey, bonus, I saved the world. Made some tasty lemonade from those pesky lemons. No, following Dad to Mumbai is not an option. I'll have to do this on my own now. Without Dad, without a safety net, without memories. I'm Zoe Costello. Awake. Alive. Amnesiac. Sorry if I pronounced that last bit wrong. But this is 6 days after. Dear Diary. Eteretica? 1 week. On my feet and feeling fine. Scary how quickly you can get over being in a coma for a year with the help of modern science. I barely have bed sores. So what now? Raz and I are talking about getting together again, and I've been thinking, he's living in Europolis. I'm rootless. No roots. I can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm starting a new life. I get to pick up where I began. Yes, relationships. I work fast. Is this a good thing? It feels like it could be. Reza visits me almost every day when I was sick. He never stopped talking to me. It was the first thing I saw when I woke up. Okay, yes. So we broke up because it wasn't working, but that was before. This is after. I'm different. We both turned the page, began a new chapter. It is a good thing. I think I'll join Reva in Europolis. Why not? It'll be an adventure. So, we're just still taking in all these notes and that, and we've only taken in 2 days of her life. So this is 4 days after. Friday April the 14th. I've decided to cut off contact with Dad, at least for now. This may turn out to be a bad idea, but I'm angry and disappointed. I can't forgive him for keeping so many secrets from me for so many years, telling me my mother was dead when she was so clearly wasn't. Even if she was an evil bitch. And she is. And even if she ended up trying to kill me, and she did, that's not something you do to your only child. You don't lie. Not about that shit. I hope these feelings will pass. Or maybe hope isn't the right word. I'll keep an open mind. But for now, for the foreseeable future, he will not be a part of my life. My life right now is about getting back on my feet. Emotionally, I'm walking just fine. I'm moving to Europolis to live with Reza. That's enough for now. 2 days later. Monday, April the 17th. Tomorrow! Bye bye, Casablanca! Hello, Europolis! Europolis! That's so European! I've barely been to Europe. Not a huge fan. Rampant poverty, crime, pollution, awful food. And yet, that's where I'm going, Europolis. The Prague district. Pripast. That was an easy choice, since that's where Raza's working. Yes! Still, with the hard hand that feeds. Still an investigative journalist. Still taking on the whole world, saving the world thing, and taking the saving the world thing seriously. I love him. I still don't know what I'll be doing once I get to Europolis, aside from playing house with Raza. When I woke up, I knew I didn't want to go back to school to continue my bioengineering degree. It was certainly crystal clear to me, like I'd had the whole argument in my head while I was in the coma, and it was settled. That's fine. I'm not going to fight it. I'm just curious why my mind was set. It's odd. 5 days later. Iris. Capital letters, please. I hate Europolis. Thank you. Back to lowercase. 5 reasons I hate Europolis. There's no sun. None. It's always raining. Always. There's no vegetation. No trees. No plants. No grass. None. They claim to speak English, but it's literally with slang words like muse or bully. I don't understand half of what they're saying. Did I mention there's no sun? Fuck this! But, oh. It's fantastic. And I love it. Zoe. Contradictions. Contradictions. You're full of them. I'm starting a new chapter. I'm putting the past behind me. I'm growing up. I'm no longer defined by the person, by who I was, or what I did, or didn't do before the coma. That's why I love it. We've already found a place, super close to Reza's office, and we're moving in on Monday or Tuesday. Of course, we haven't actually seen the place outside of the simulation, but I'm sure it's perfect. It can be a hellhole. It could be a hellhole and it will still be perfect. It doesn't matter how I feel about Europolis, or about the apartment, or about not having any job, or about being shit scared, because I'm here now, and this is a new beginning, a new story of me. I started therapy today with Dr. Roman Zenkara, a psychotherapist. Good head of hair, Dorky suit. Reza found him. He came recommended at someone at hand. He's nice. I like him. There is chemistry. I can talk to him. He doesn't push me or any of my very large buttons. Of course, it's all therapists, smoke and mirrors, but I don't mind. If I don't see strings being pulled, I don't care. Also, it's 5 minutes walk from home. Convenient. On that note, I need to start working out. The food is pretty awesome here in Propast. I'm still not quite sure what the therapy is going to do. Help me remember? I do want to remember. How much? How fast? I don't know yet. I'll take the things as they come. I guess I'm adaptable. Adaptable, Zoe? Tomorrow, I'll start looking around for something locally. A job where I can at least use a few of my skills on my head. Failing that, my body. I know that doesn't sound right at all. I prefer something in tech, but I'm not picky. Whatever comes my way, I'll manage. 3 days later. So here are 3 facts about our tiny flat in the Plaza Terrace. 1. It's tiny. It's the size of my bedroom in Casablanca, if you didn't include the balcony. 2. It smells weird. And 3. The window looks straight into a brick wall with neon signs on it. But I love it. We have our own place. I couldn't wish for anything more. I feel liberated. I feel like myself again. Well, sort of. A forgetful, amnesiac self. Half Zoe? But a better half. 3 days later. Project Find a Friend, or 5, has begun. It sounds so desperate, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try and build a life for myself here. And part of that is having friends, right? The lady with the food cart outside Dr. Zelikan's... Zelika? I'm going to call him Roman. Roman's office is one of my projects. She's really weird and a bit too intense, but I like her. Mila, was it? Yes, Mila. She's on my list. My list of candidates. Friend candidates. If anyone ever finds out about this list, I will have to kill them. Sully's on the list too. Sully's a friend, but he's also Reza's best friend. So I can't hijack him and make him my best friend. Also, I'm starting to think Sully might have a teeniest crush on me. He's sweet, though a true mushy. Munchy? I don't know what that word is. Well, that was easy. I have a job. I think. I was in the Chinese market. Well, what they call the bricks. Because? Bricks? Browsing for tea, when my iris popped up with a notification about a job posting just a few blocks away. Training neural engineer wanted ASAP. Unresponsibly long hours, shit pay. Contact Maria at the Pandoromium? I don't know. I found that intriguing. The place, the Pandemonium, looked shady from the outside, and even shadier on the inside. And Maria turned out to be an incredibly offensive. But something about her reminded me of my friend Liv. Also, the job sounded interesting, a trainee position, and I'll have to do a ton of neural programming stuff, like deliveries and bot assembly. But I think I'll learn a lot. And it's a complete left turn for me, something completely different, which is good. And at the same time, it's also like me following Liv's, Olivia Demaco's footsteps, following her memory. She was always trying to teach me, She always kept asking me to start working for her. Of course, back then I lacked the motivation and drive. But now, I want to learn. I want to do something with my life. I don't know if this is it, but it's something. We'll see where it goes. Maria didn't really confirm whether I got the job or not, but she also said to stop by at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So yes? We'll see how this plays out, I guess. Her partner, Whit, didn't say a word when I was there, and Maria kept insulting him, but it didn't look like it bothered him at all. He seemed a gentle giant. But is he mute? He didn't even look at me once. I'm not sure I get him. He is huge, though. Massive. A mountain. So, Thursday, June the 15th. I knew I wouldn't be able to keep updating my journal on a regular basis. I'm so predictable. I'm busy. Busy me. Busy, busy bee. So, an update. Yoga for my mind. An exercise in memory. Here goes. 1. Europolis is growing on me. Okay, yes. The flat is awful. The ventilation system rarely works. It's hot. It smells weird. There's no sunlight, and people talk funny. But I like the energy. I like the diversity. Casablanca was like London. Beautiful, safe, prosperous. All shiny metal, and glass, and polished stone, but never particularly exciting. It's exciting here, and there's history in these streets. Filthy, stinky, crumbling, fading history. But history. There are art galleries and cinemas and 1,000 million food carts. I have a Perigord for lunch, and it was delicious. Sure, there are seedy sex clubs, illegal dream emporiums, and people urinating on the street. But at least it's genuine urination with gusto. 2. I like my job. Weird, I know, but I'm not using my education at all. I'm starting on the floor, below the floor, in the sub basement. But that's sort of refreshing, liberating. I'm learning a lot. I feel like I'm actually evolving. Maybe in 6 months, a year, I could use my newfound skills to get a good job. But for now, I like this. I've got political. So, that's pretty weird, I guess. When did Zoe ever care about politics? I hear people say with their heads, which means I can also read minds now. Awesome! But I both do and don't. Let me explain. Dear Diary, I'm now volunteering for a political campaign. I was browsing the wire, looking for things to do locally, and there it was. An ad for a voluntary position, assisting the Leah Urinka campaign. Uminska is the mayoral candidate for Unity. Eurotopian Society Democrat Party. Hey, I thought that's a thing to do which could be rewarding and interesting. I read up on Unity's agenda and Uminska's track record. Figured they were probably the party I'd vote for, if I vote, which I haven't, and sent my application in. The next day, I met Barutia. Barutia is great. More about him later. And 30 minutes later, I was a volunteer with a mission. I was political. So why? It's like walking from a slumber, I guess. Well, hey, maybe a coma. Before all things that I've lived in a protected bubble. I was spoiled. I was bored. I was aimless. I didn't care. But going through what I went through, losing everything and everyone, moving to a new city, it gave me the perspective. if nothing else. And even if I'm still not a very political person, I do see the need for change to happen. Here. Everywhere. Also, meeting Bar and seeing his engagement and passion, that's infectious. It must be amazing to care as much as he does, to sacrifice and work hard to achieve something for the greater good. I want that. I want to be able to find that way. And the Social Democrats seem like the only ones who want to do more, won't do any more harm to Europolis. How's that for idealism? 4. As for Project Find a Friend, I'm not doing a very good job. Here's my candidates. Neela from Neela's Bites. Food cart lady. Marix. Firecracker. Very loud. Energetic. Better in small doses. I can tolerate having lunch with her and maybe watching an old movie. Not a sleepover, or a day of shopping, or a night of drinking. B. Sully. Love Sully. Sully's the best. But he's Raz's best friend, and he likes me just a tiny bit too much for us to just hang out on our own without it feeling maybe a teeny bit awkward. He's still awesome. Best guy. Baruti? Bar. Camping manager guy. Yeah? Maybe. Makes me smile, and I have lots of fun working with him. For him. But he's my boss, and we're very different. We can be friendly. We can have some drinks and talk about the campaign. And Europolis, or food. But that's as far as it goes. D. Miria. Wit? Yeah? No. E. Reza? This list is so depressing. So, I can't believe it's not sand. I read they used to import space rocks that are pulverized, processed, exposed to radiation to, hey, irony, remove radiation. And then they're used to make fake beaches. Why not use sand? Or Earth's rocks? Are space rocks so much better than Earth rocks? Anyway, we're not in Europolis anymore. Tutu. Terreste is exactly how I imagined Terreste would be like, filled with the Europolitics escaping with smog and fog, and heat and rain, and pollution in order to risk skin cancer on fake beaches while eating food that's a lot worse than the food in Propast. In the Propast hotels made of plastic polymers. Also, swimming is out of the question. You really need to wear a hazmat suit to go swimming in the Mediterranean these days. This is a far cry from the parasite beaches of Camps Bay or Norgar, or even Zanzibar. And now I miss Africa. But this trip wasn't about all of that. It was about getting away, being together and strengthening our relationship. It's been a bit rocky lately. I've been tough on Reza. It's been tough on Reza to have me in his space, and tough on me to jump straight up to my year-long coma to a relationship. Tough all round. There have been moments when I thought, was this a good choice? Did I think it through? Can I deal with the consequences? Yeah. So, we need this. We need more of this. We're both busy and so preoccupied in Propass that something that we sometimes get on each other's nerves. Here, we're being able to relax, find peace, and have lots and lots of awesome sex. I'm still worried. I'm worried we'll grow apart again. I'm worried that my instincts were right the first time around. That Reza's a good friend, more than he is a partner. I'm worried, but I'm leaving the worry for now. Another day, while I focus on soaking up these last few rays of wonderful sun. Also, I can't complain about the sex. Sunday night, an update. It's really late and I have to be really early. Rez is in the shower and laying here in bed staring at the ceiling thinking. It was such a hassle getting back into Propast. There are eye checkpoints everywhere now. You need to show papers just to move between sectors, which is insane. So we waited in line for almost an hour, and then we started arguing, and suddenly all the good vibes from the weekend vanished and I felt like crying. It's got better afterwards. We made up, but I can't help but feeling there's something off. Like we started down different paths. And right now those paths are parallel, but soon they'll diverge and then... Here's Reza now. I think I'm overreacting. I'm so tired. I'm grumpy. Good night. 3 months in therapy. Still batshit crazy. Hello! I'm not complaining. The doc's doing a good job. Probably. My head's a mess. I've lost over a year of memories, but I'm still getting better. And I do want to remember. That's probably a step in the right direction, right? At least that is. Oh, at least there's that. Anyway, I spent enough time in my head today. No more psychotherapy. Dear diary, let's move forward and focus on the present. Wow! Well guys, if you're still here at the end of this video, I thank you for bearing with me. And yes, this episode wasn't much about gameplay, as much as it was about immersing ourselves in this story. And I actually think I got into the role of if it was me writing that and I was saying it. But yeah, until next time, keep safe, stay cool, be awesome. Goodbye.